Okay friends, to get started on our front e-brake cable, let's make our way underneath the driver's side rocker panel to where it meets onto the intermediate cable. Now what I want to do is separate these two. On this one in particular, I can just grab on this rearward cable, pull it forward, release it, and then I'll just get this right out of the way. Let's move a little bit further forward along the frame here to our next connection point. You can see right here where the e-brake cable goes through. I'm going to use this tool right here. It's going to go around the cable, around the 3 ears, squeeze them in, and then I can remove the cable from the frame. Slide it on there. All right, let's pull this out of here. Now let's move into the driver's side wheel well. Now the emergency cable is going to run behind this wheel well cover right here. So what we need to do is start unbolting it so I can shift it a little bit and then get my hands inside there, so that way there we can eventually get into the passenger compartment to start removing the cable. I'm just going to find all the bolts. There's one here, and then if I follow my hand up, I can feel another one, and another one up here, and then there's a few more along the way. Let's just remove them all. Now I can grab onto this wheel well, just kind of shift it a little bit. And now we have access to the e-brake cable. Let's get inside the passenger compartment. Now inside the passenger compartment on the driver's side kick panel, all the way against the side, you can see where the e-brake cable comes up through and it attaches to your emergency brake lever. What we want to do at this point is just carefully press down on this pedal just enough so it brings up the cable, and then I'm going to pinch this off with some locking pliers. I always just kind of tape mine off. That's just how I roll. Put this on here. I'm going to pinch this down. Now I'm going to release the e-brake, push on this, and we can slide the cable right out of there. Remove your pliers. Next we're going to use this tool right here, once again, and I'm just going to kind of slide it right over there, push on all 3 of the tabs that are on there, and then we can bring the cable out. So that pushed on all 3 of the ears. Now I'm going to go out into that fender well there, and I'm just going to give that a little tug and bring it down and out. There it is, friends. Now it's going to be time to install the e-brake cable. Let's go ahead and take this. We're going to bring it right behind the wheel well here. We'll slide it up and into the passenger compartment through its corresponding hole. There we are. Let's leave it right up in there, get back inside the passenger compartment. All right, we can see right where it's coming through the body of the car. Just going to bring this up into position here. There we are. Now I'm just going to grab some pliers, pull it up and in so it's locked. Give that cable a tug, make sure it's completely secured. Now we're going to move along to attaching the cable to the mechanism. Let's go ahead and grab onto this cable, give it a little tug. I'm just going to pinch it off with my locking pliers. Now we can grab this from the mechanism. We want to match these two up. Slide it right in there. There we are. Now we can release this. Let's test it real quick. All right, fix your carpet. And then let's get back underneath the truck. So we're back under here. You're gonna notice that your cable came with this on it. This is pretty much like a buffer. Essentially, we wanna put it up in between the body and the wheel well cover there. Now we're gonna take our cable and we're gonna put it through this hole on the frame. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead and lock this in. Sometimes these can be hard. You wanna make sure you get all three of the clips locked in. You definitely don't want this coming loose on you. There we are. Now let's reconnect our cables. Just gonna slide this through, pull on this cable. Get that slid through there as well. All right, when you release it, it should be fairly taut. Let's make our way back to the wheel well here. We're gonna resituate this, mount it in. Just gonna try to get a couple of these bolt holes lined up. Once we have all of them started, we'll start snugging them up. All right, so we got the emergency brake cable back in. What's left to do now? Now you're gonna test it. Go ahead and press down on that emergency brake lever right there. You want it to go down approximately halfway when it feels as though it's actually stopping the vehicle from wanting to roll backwards. Typically, you're gonna wanna go ahead and start up the truck with your foot on the brake. Put it in reverse, put that emergency brake pedal down about halfway like I said, release the brake, see if it rolls back. If it rolls back a little bit, try pressing a little bit further on that lever. If it still does not want to stop you, you need to continue with an adjustment, and I'm going to show you how. So I'm back on the ground just in front of the rear tire, pretty much right where the leaf spring shackle is right up here. What I want to do is grab onto this emergency brake cable right along here and find my adjustment nut, which is right up here. Now what I want to do is I want to continue tightening this, so it's going to go ahead and pull on this emergency brake cable a little bit further, and that's going to increase the tension to the rear brakes. Now I'm going to use my 16mm wrench and I'm going to turn this adjustment nut counterclockwise, and that's going to help tighten this up and increase my adjustment.